into this. We left off. We just left Act 1. And now we are heading into the system. And yeah, that's where we're at currently. And that's where we're going to continue
Lord
being.
Cap'n. Raver's voice over the Vox sounds weary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving toward us. Judging by the fact that they are not responding to our hails and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries, they are not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command.
Where did they come from? Why haven't we noticed them before?
The rubbish of Furibundus. And I'm not talking about these wrecks that are about to open fire, I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together.
Let's get ready to fight. Okay. Stream is looking good. Everything's looking good.
We shall strike down all who stand in our way. Show them the fury of our macro cannons.
Changing course, disengage. Let's live to fight another day.
Let the macro cannons sing their deadly litany. Bring doom to our enemies.
Three.
I want to hear macro cannons roar.
Okay.
We have a destination to reach.
2.
Okay, so laser is here. We can do this.
Course with all haste.
Activate the Geller field. Emergency warp jump in 3.
Unleash the marriage of destruction.
1.
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Well, I can't catch them, sadly enough.
The higher will has guided us to triumph.
Nothing, right? Yep. This is the Navy.
Lord Cap. The Vox. We develop supply routes for.
Okay. Short range prow mounted cannon. Already have one of those. Torpedoes. I like torpedoes, honestly. Laser long range, last weapon does 45 to 50. Let's have a look at our ship, by the way. So yes, this is the premium one and whatever else it is. Can I have... I can have 2 lasers. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Have that. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo.
A familiar voice cut.
Sorting type, hide untradables. 400. It's not fantastic, but all the pirate treasures and stuff like that is going
Your
to be...
ladyship, something sinister is unfolding among the survivors from... I knew the anathema would not fully release its hold on those doleful souls just yet. Then let us march and drive it away.
I need to know more about the killings.
11 bodies have been found thus far. The first victim had their eyes burned out with a gas torch, the second had acid splashed in their face, the third was found wandering around, on their last legs and with metal pins sticking out of their eye sockets. They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed. The serfs and the planetary wardens were assigned to 2 auxiliary lower decks. The commoners are riled up and frightened by the calamity, so, to keep their senselessness in check, we only assign those of sound mind to work and pump sedative gas through the ventilation in. The venerated Praetor Electroid Dara Impulse 6 and his retinue took refuge in one of the engineering bays. Or, more accurately, they barricaded themselves in. The wise servants of the Omnisar are fearful beyond measure that ignorant lay people might damage or offend their miraculous fusion reactor, so they cloistered themselves in their own personal fortress. It will be done. If I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put the enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your ladyship until the people we apprehended were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. I am confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing: they are haunted by the sight of the dying Rykard Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture, so the sad wretches would do anything to make this nightmare stop.
Add triple dose of sedatives, perform a cleansing litanies on the deck housing the refugees. We shall banish the blight, increase the surveillance, assign them forces to watch the passengers. Increase surveillance.
Certainly, Lord Captain. Except, I am afraid, it is not just the refugees. 3 out of the 4 people we arrested were members of the crew. They watched Rykard Minoris die, and it left their minds scarred. You were warned, your ladyship. It is regrettable that you did not listen.
I don't care. Wait. What? What does it want us to do? Ship inspection?
Jocasta Sourback is the very picture of discipline. Her uniform is exquisitely pressed.
Proud to serve the dynasty.
Lord Captain,
Let's talk about things
a
useful.
noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you. You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed.
Okay, fair enough.
As you wish, Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
A thin, pale woman stands out among the rest of the crew. There is a thick bundle of cables coming out of the back of her skull and disappearing under her ceremonial garment, and you see the grate of a quietly humming vox where her mouth should be. The woman sees you and bows her head in a respectful greeting.
I live to serve, Lord Captain.
The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue vein snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that... Raver winces as if in pain.
I've heard the name, that much I'm sure of, but I can't recall the details. Ha, I wonder if it was part of that operation that the late Mort was put in charge of. If it was, then there's nothing I can tell you, Lord Captain. The whole thing was kept under wraps. Your best chance would be to ask the High Factotum, maybe some of his treasury records have mentions of this fiery reckoning. Lord Captain.
Raver acknowledges you with a nod and turns away.
Greetings.
Don't have anything to say. Okay, fair enough. So it said that... Where is it? Oh yeah. We're going to the underdecks. That's where we're going. Captain, Void Shrine. Heading to the Void Shrine. Doing the puzzle. I don't remember what it was you get from it, but it's a decent item, I guess, so let's grab it.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
The Imperium Invictum, the shards of an unknown Angevin crusade warrior's twin blades returned from pirate captivity by the grace of the Emperor. A power maul rests inside the glass. The inscription on the reliquary reads, I am Wrath. I am the cleansing. Whosoever wields me walks in the footsteps of Furia.
Life. Death is my duty.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Okay. Not that, okay.
Another step, another thread.
Do you require an audience?
Nope.
Join me in
F.
prayer.
Okay.
Reliquary maintenance cycle proceeding normally. No deviations from sacred protocols detected.
F. What is this?
So shall it be.
F. Has to be this one, right?
Know your duty. Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
What is this? This is Unbequenched Fury. Okay. I don't remember it being good or me not using it that much, so...
An ancient-looking chainsword without a fuel engine rests on the weapon rack. The shape of its teeth makes you think of the Alma Universalis, a pattern from the Angevin. The broad-shouldered young priest makes the sign of the
A riddle?
Cassia's eyes light up with curiosity.
It would be most interesting.
The initiate. My light reaches everywhere. The greedy will see me in gold, the scholars, in humanity's cradle, but only the righteous will see me within their souls.
Or puzzle rogue trader. I don't remember what it is. Golden throne.
For better or worse, something clicks inside the orb.
Set the orb and start over.
I am within every human, and my loss is feared, for without me comes the end. But give me to the Emperor, and you will be eternal.
Blood.
Another soft click comes from inside the orb.
Okay.
I am poison, I am perdition, I am disgrace. Burn me down, eradicate me, or perish rejected by the Emperor. Your sharp mind quickly scours the recesses of your memory for any fragments of Nadine Linikoff's sermons. You recall that she mercilessly denounced the weakness of those who have faith in the Emperor but are incapable of translating that faith into deeds. She must have despised this shortcoming of the soul more than any other.
Heretic.
With a click, the hoop. In your body, mind, and soul, you must possess me. I am no mere absence of stains, I bring you closer to him.
If I recall the pages of Life of Nadine Alinikoff correctly, this part speaks about purity. The saint saw it as the quintessence of all other virtues.
The hoops shift and return to their previous arrangement. You will have to start over. The initiate recites a. The initiate unlocks the reliquary, putting the sacred object at your disposal. My light reaches everywhere. The greedy will see. For better or worse. I am within every.
Blood.
Another soft click comes from inside the orb. I am. Your sharp mind quickly scours the recesses of your memory for any fragments of Nadine Linikoff's sermons.
Weakness.
With a click, the hoop settles into place. In your body.
If I recall the pages of Life of Nadine Alinikoff.
Purity.
The orb comes alive. Its hoops shift around with alarming speed, coming together and folding into each other until the orb opens completely, laying its treasure bare.
Okay.
The initiate stares at the relic in your hands, stunned.
How strange and exciting it is to behold the holy object that has lain hidden from the eye for so many years. Truly it is a great day upon which the rogue trader herself has revealed the legacy of great missionaries to us all.
I'm going to pray. You have anything to say?
Professor Adalbert, a plump, rosy-cheeked old man, is lighting candles, taking his time with each.
May the Emperor's blessing be with your ladyship.
That's a perfect chapel. Yeah, let's head over there. We're just taking the turns in the ship, checking. We're doing Kaibala's
Alas, your
quest as
ladyship,
well.
the sacred machine is still deaf to the engine seer's ministrations.
How fascinating. To me, the immaterium is made of colors.
The machine uses its many quills to commit the astropath's whispers to paper, then sorts the resulting raw mental images based on their meaning.
Why do the astropaths not fill this place with litanies in his name instead?
Choir Master Zachary.
A visit from the rogue trader is an honor for us.
Sanctioning is a brutal procedure, one which robs every astropath of the gift of sight. But in return, they gain a new kind of vision that allows them to see what ordinary people cannot.
I have witnessed the death of one of your astropath. What happened?
The choir master sighs and makes the sign of the Aquila.
May the God Emperor rest his soul and protect him from the ruinous power's tenacious claws. That was the 5th one this month. Our younger voices cannot handle the warp storms raging in the expanse, and end up losing their minds. Something is afoot on the other side of the maw, Lord Captain.
You have heard accounts of disturbances in the warp affecting psychers, especially astropaths, who delve most deeply into the immaterium. But there have been more.
I appreciate your concern. Perhaps these small indulgences will give them strength and save someone's life.
Okay.
Goodbye, your ladyship.
The choir master follows you with his otherworldly glowing gaze as you leave.
Protect us from...
The engineer, his head lowered, does not so much as glance in your direction. With his hands folded up, the
Unit Sigma AR-87 is currently in a tech trance of shared comprehension with the spirit of the archaeotech.
Scraps of paper are stuck deep inside the mechanism, causing it to rattle terribly. Cleaning the machine's parts and anointing them with sacred unguent restores the machine to its clear, clanging voice. The receiver's enormous reels direct paper tapes containing unprocessed text into the chapel's depths after blessing the paper with an imprint of sacred cogs.
Am I caught in the song's reverie, or is this really you, Lord Captain?
The miniature screens are displaying red error messages. You command the machine to run a diagnostic, and the messages disappear.
Know your duty.
Your ladyship.
The engineer rises proudly to his feet and says in Low Gothic, a language he clearly has not had much practice in.
With sacred words and virtuous thoughts turned toward the machine god, I have been able to pacify this mechanism's wayward spirits. This statement is true. I recommend installing 2 incense-burning units in this compartment to prevent the spirit's continued anger. The unit Zachary Wise will be provided with a list of minor recommendations, 142 in total, for improvements to this compartment's maintenance. Failure to implement will result in sanctions on the part of the Adeptus Mechanicus priesthood.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Your ladyship, I have something for you.
The choir master hands you a sheet of paper with uniform lines of machine type etched into it.
Thanks to your assistance in repairing the compiler, we have been able to interpret a most curious message. It contains a call sign that agents of the Renegade Void were used in their especially important reports.
When was the signal sent?
I cannot say with certainty, your ladyship. Following the repair work, I went through texts that had defied decoding before. This signal had lost its way in the bowels of the mechanism. It could be a week old, or years.
What does the message say?
Only a few words. Lilomd. Odinithus 11. The wines have ceased. It is done now. Lilomd is Voigtver's call sign for special reports, but the rest is a code we are unfamiliar with. That said, we know where to look for the truth. I have no doubt of that, your ladyship. On the contrary, Lord Captain. Goodbye, your ladyship.
The choir master follows you with his otherworldly glowing gaze as you leave, then turns back to the cogitator.
Off to see the blizzard. We're not going to Bra. We're going to the freight line, and we're going to have a look here.
A sturdily built man with an org.
Lord Captain, would you like to inspect the control room or to begin your search for the Temple of the Bloodspun Web?
He says the last part with obvious concern. Frenzo
Inspect the
glances
whole-
at you warily. Cassia shivers.
Such
He frowns.
To put it bluntly, although the Bay performs its functions well, even its more civilized sections are sorely lacking in discipline. I was only assigned recently, so I haven't had time to straighten everything up, but...
Frenzo stops himself mid-protest and assumes a more compliant tone.
In that case, I urge you to remain vigilant. The freight trains move at great speeds, and the inhabitants of the residential units are despicable
Although the
rabble.
Bloodspun web
One must never drop.
presence in the
That is
compartment.
correct. The enforcers do not bar them from carrying out their sacred duties.
He
I
scowls.
see.
The captain grumbles sullenly under his breath.
The Emperor protects, Lord Captain.
Okay. Let the plundering begin.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Is this the welcome you give the rogue traitor?
The corner of the captain's mouth twitches nervously as he mutters.
Damn those. How did they even?
You have seen this sort of symbol before. Death cultists carve bleeding marks like this into their own skin. Kibella carves the same symbol on the back of her hand with a knife and whispers a prayer.
Damen Zev, remember this sign. It is the beginning of your quest, the first blood trail.
Do you know what this mark is?
It resembles one of the symbols associated with the blood-spun web. What was it called again? The Song of Trailing Blood, I think. It's a...
Frenzo takes a deep breath.
The soundless shadow sank into the dark. Slashed feet crescendo, a fatal dance. Blade song in tempo, each edge an echo. Twin odes to death throes. Now on her sacred blood. As she once trod the backs of foes. Tread. When I took up my post here, I made sure to familiarize myself with all the... Maybe it has something to do with them inviting you to visit their temple. Maybe they're trying to get your attention? From what I can tell, it's something like a prayer with several...
In other words, it is an invitation. It is only too obvious that cultists obsessed with mysticism would never use prose to mark the way to their temple. They are too fond of their obscure chants and cryptic verses.
Yep.
I hope you find what you are looking for and return to the upper deck safely, Lord Captain.
Do we truly have to be here? I am not even sure what is making me more nauseous.
The bulky doors lead to the enforcers' living quarters and the hub's provision depots.
Plundering, plundering, plundering,
The divine
plundering.
watches over us.
This symbol. I can still see the colors emanating from it, akin to blood mixed with milk. It should be a foreboding sight, but then why do I feel so calm?
The longer you stare at the mark, the quieter the sounds of the station become. The shadows grow longer and seem to stretch in the direction of the adjacent section.
An expected result. Experience? Nothing matters more.
Mercy, please, save me.
The young man gasps for air through burnt lips, slipping in and out of delirium. His skin is dripping from his gaunt body like melted wax from a candle. His eyes, somehow intact, alive, clear, and filled with pain, stare at you from under his caked eyelids.
Switch on your walks. Get me some enforcers and Medicaid personnel in here now. This man is in need of revival. Once he has recovered, assign him to scribe apprentice. He's too badly injured for a worker's
A
life.
blissful smile twists the man's lips, and a tear forms at the corner of his ruined eye socket.
The God Emperor has sent you to save me. You are his light. Never forget the mercy that the Lord Captain has granted you.
When the Undying One is ready to accept a soul, it must be sent forth, and so will it be freed from the torment of the flesh. Yet you have chosen to prolong this one's suffering. Your intentions perplex me.
I don't know what...
He tries to turn his head, his blackened skin crunching as it opens into scarlet cracks.
A spinner came. He painted the symbol, then he gave me water, and whispered a strange verse. He told me to memorize it and to recite it later.
He begins to whisper, his lips twisted in pain.
To soot-smirched soul, her mercy she did grant. Last breath expressed, knife met heart. Removed from chest, passed on to death. Her duty blessed, a balm for those who suffer anguish and distress.
More verses. The crux of this test is clear. In order to follow in the saint's footsteps, you are supposed to kill the young man and thus release him from his suffering. The cultists want to see if you understand the philosophy of those you seek.
Who are you?
I'm Vale. Oh, of course. Thank you.
Know your duty!
Locked.
Shameful failure.
What?
Unlocked.
I rise above hardships.
The time-worn loader is barely fit for purpose at this point, but the enforcers still see its complex maintenance as the lesser evil compared to hiring ignorant, clumsy scroungers to do the job.
I need to look closer.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
A sinewy middle-aged man watches the bustle. Just as you begin to hear the rumble of an approaching train, the man's gaze turns toward the tracks. He leans forward. The man freezes a step away from oblivion, listens, then recoils and goes still once more. A bellard barks out.
In the name of the dynasty, I command you to step away from the edge and explain the misdeed you were about to commit. What? I didn't.
The man starts and almost falls, but Pasquale's Vox synthesizer springs to life with an indignant binary trill.
I am registering this unit's intention to use the train tracks for purposes other than those.
The scars all vary in length, width, depth, and shape. However, but spinners are constantly renewing their wounds, while this man's look long since healed.
Rise always return to the blood system symbol. What do you know about them?
It's a symbol of the blood-spun web. I come here every watch, but it hasn't been here before now. I guess today must be a special day.
The man's faded eyes go wide as he notices Kibella. His voice quivers.
You?
Kibella briefly studies the man's face, then turns away.
I do not know you. Death's gaze is not upon you.
The man lets out a dull groan and turns to look at the symbol again.
But then why? Why is it here?
You look like you're about to take your own life. Are you having a rotten day?
My whole life has been rotten. And I only have myself to blame. I've tried to change things, fix things. But I always ended up here, so eventually, I accepted the truth.
You know the blood-spun web? You bear similar scars to that.
I was. But I failed to complete my final assignment, so I was exiled from the cult. The Vizier told me to kill the one who would be at a certain junction of the utility tunnels at a certain hour. I went to the appointed spot. Then I waited. An hour. 2. 5. The junction was still empty. Nobody came. After hours of waiting, I finally realized, the person at the junction had been me the whole time. It was my turn to go to the Undying One. But I was afraid. I couldn't do my duty. I ran.
So the spinners simply let you go. They made no attempt on find you and
There
to
was
kill
no
you.
pursuit. I thought I'd see their black blades the very next day. Instead, years passed without them taking my heart. I tried starting a new life, but the terror never stopped eating away at me. When I got truly desperate, I went to the Temple of Death myself. But no one there would speak to me. When I gave them my name, they just whispered, "Spread has gone to the Undying One." They looked through me like I wasn't even there. I've lived
Would
like this
die
for 20 years.
What reason?
The man looks at you.
But some would choose to leave the righteous path. These earned penance in due time. Her whip sings vengeance on renegade menace. Her blades pass sentence. For cowards seek to hide their hearts. But death makes no pretendance. It takes what it is due in essence.
He stops, then adds hoarsely.
The third verse of the Song of Trailing Blood. The Vizier recited it to me before sending me on my final assignment. I didn't realize at the time that it was my judgment.
Another verse, another step along the trail of blood. The riddle is trivial. It is time for death to take what it is due, and the
There were plenty of reasons. I sowed death. I offered him the souls of the most pleasing men and women I could find because it kindled my passions. I killed well-off crewmen who didn't deserve their wealth, and I took their thrones. I killed enforcers who looked into my eyes without fear, because I wanted to be feared. I reveled in bloodshed. I betrayed the tenets. I realized it, but I couldn't help it, because I enjoyed it.
You're disgusting. I will not grant you the release you crave so much. May you live on in suffering and fearful of every shadow.
No. What about the symbol? The portent? You were supposed to.
The man's tired eyes fill with horror that quickly turns into hysteria. His knees buckle, and he staggers heavily before falling onto the tracks with a pitiful cry.
No. Help.
Kibella stares at the remains of he who was once her brother in service.
Truly, it is better to die for him than to live for yourself. This, he forgot.
Oh, that's beneath. Okay. Fair
With
enough.
each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. This is out of the ordinary.
The battered worker throws himself at your feet and touches the toe of your boot with his dirty palms.
Your gracious ladyship. Get lost.
The sound of breaking bones, the man's cries, and the enforcer's hateful laughter remind you of what you went through yourself. Too vividly, and too painfully.
My sincerest apologies, Lord Captain. Your boot. I'll clean it right away.
A murmur of discontent breaks out among the Gawkers who have gathered around. None of the other workers dare come closer, but the anger on their faces is plain to see.
Take it. You know what? Stop the enforcer. I intend to hear this man out.
Your ladyship, I work hard, never even take break. Enough whining. You and your pals lifted a box of Nutribars a few watches ago, and 2 canisters of water before that. I didn't beat the life out of you because I took pity on you, and this is the thanks I get? You quarantined the hub for 20 watches and refused to give out rations if we didn't have cards. Cards we... And today you earned 15 cards in a single shift because you do the work of 3 people, right? Or did you take your pals to a dark corner somewhere, do them in, and take their share? I didn't do them in, it was an ACC.
The worker stops himself, cowers, and whimpers.
They got their heads bashed in by crates. The dead don't need rations.
Every crime will be punished accordingly. I offer no protection to thieves.
Low, insistent dissent begins to rise in the crowd, only to die back down as soon as the enforcers brandish their batons. A sullen, red-bearded man with keen black eyes draws your attention. His oddly piercing gaze seemed to size you up the whole time you were speaking. The enforcer hisses at the worker vindictively.
Oh yes, 12. This time I'm gonna break 13 of your fingers and ribs, as a lesson to your slimy accomplices. Claw ready to move. Crane activated, Lord Captain. Thrown, the claws jammed again. Now we have to attach it to the container manually.
During each shift, railway hubs direct thousands of containers carrying the rogue traders' cargo to various destination compartments.
We shall reclaim.
Someone has sketched a hasty portrait of a worker with a red scarf over his face. The artwork still reeks of chemical pigment. Judging by the layer of flaked-off paint, it has been removed several times already.
We got that. That's good. What's in that?
Let us walk this path to the end. Stay faithful.
Compared
And
to
you
naval
will be
service,
rewarded.
that was barely a challenge.
Okay.
Sure, you can have it if you need it so badly. Unlocked.
Know your duty.
Several people are eagerly rummaging through a rack filled with weapons from the Enforcer's arsenal. A big man with a pock-marked face is the first to react to your presence. Makeshift armor peeks out from beneath their ragged clothes, and their battered weapons display a patchwork of crude repairs. You notice that the little finger on every person's right hand has been cut off. It is hardly a coincidence.
Help the wretches realize the extent of their...
Before you stands Lord Captain Zeb von Valancius, mistress of this vessel and everything on it, including those goods you are pawing at with your unwashed hands, and your miserable lives as well.
The people turn to stare at you in disbelief and exchange heated whispers.
Your ladyship, you must excuse these blockheads. I was taken aback myself, it's not every day you see the rogue trader in the flesh. And as for this,
The man casts a grim glance at the rack.
I won't insult you by denying it, you've caught us red-handed.
Tell me why I shouldn't execute you on the spot.
You could execute us, but who would take our place? Shameless scum who rob and kill to their heart's content. Bastards who accept mutants into their gangs and prey to the archenemy. There have always been outlaws on this ship. You're better off with outlaws like us, who don't go too far and who keep the heretics down. If the rumors about you are true, then you yourself know how it goes. There are criminals, and then there are criminals.
Yep. Suppose you may be of use. I shall permit you to take a few basic weapons and leave. Serve the ship well.
The seneschal grits his teeth, impotent in the face of your choice.
Hear that, boys? The Lord Captain herself is expecting good things from us. We can't let her down.
His cronies make sounds of approval.
We will fulfill your command to the letter.
Watches over us.
Let's go, come on.
Locked.
I
Locked.
shall repent.
Unlocked.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Glory to her Lord Captainship. Wow. This is the first time I've seen a rogue trader up close.
Where was that? There. Okay, good.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Book of War Prayers. The wearer deals 10% more damage to Xenos demons if the wearer has a conviction dogmatic. The damage is doubled.
Even in a place as dismal as this, people have managed to set up a small altar at which to pray. It is relatively clean and well maintained.
Pay attention. Let us walk this path to the end.
Shreds of rat carcasses and yellow-green moss stew in the cloudy sludge, along with other, unidentifiable ingredients.
Glory to her Lord Captainship. The day the Lord Captain wandered into our slum will be remembered in legends. The locals and the
You recognize the shaggy red beard and the keen black eyes. This is the man who was watching you during your encounter with the enforcer and the station worker.
You know what? Yeah, hand those out to the people
He
who
opens
need.
and closes his mouth in astonishment.
Lord Captain, you've just helped some good families survive. I'll divide the cards among them and be sure to tell them that it was your ladyship who did them this good turn.
Ba, ba. I saw him near the marketplace. What are you doing here?
Watching one of my workers take a beating. I feel sorry for the lad, but there was nothing I could do.
The foreman smiles wryly, showing his yellowed teeth. Almost all of the front ones have been knocked out.
I've stuck my neck out in the past. Not doing it again.
Tell me the life of the workers. I seek the Bloodspun Web's temple. You know where it is?
The cultists don't let people like me in on their rights and mysteries. I'm grateful to them for their service to the God Emperor, but, to be honest, I can't get behind their love of death. I'm much too fond of living.
Tell me what is life.
They toil day in and day out for the glory of the ship.
Hello,
The rest of the
Aegis.
time, they do their best to survive, faced with hunger, the more deranged of the enforcers, void leprosy, fires, floods, noxious fumes.
The foreman lists these on his fingers, although he has fewer than nature's average to work with.
In a word, it's a decent enough life. If you work, you survive. Lord Captain, I beg another second of your attention. Please accept this humble gift from us, the common people of the Bay, for all the good you do us. The most precious thing we could get for your ladyship.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the
So it is more iconoclast things hidden out throughout the game. How are you doing today, Aegis? Yeah, sorry, I can't sit down and...
The consequences
Or
of a terrible
can.
crash on monorail
Hello
LD
there.
987 half a century ago are still affecting the efficiency of this stretch of railway.
duty prevails.
Give our gift to the one who sees nothing but hears everything. The truth will be revealed to you.
The divine
Lord
watches
Captain,
over
this is
us.
where the sick and the broken are herded to die of their various diseases. Don't touch anything.
They're going to push him in there, right?
The specimens before you must be the most repellent inhabitants in the compartment. They are covered in sores and bald patches glistening with pus, and the stench of unwashed bodies brings a tear to your eye. One of them glowers at you and grunts.
Watcha want?
On your knees.
The outcasts look at one another and burst into hoarse. Cassia lets out a bellade attentively. Argenta towers over the freak, looking immaculate. You detect a note of hysteria in the vagrant's laughter. The fingers of many are convulsively trembling. And there is something in the fearless way they look at you, an indifference to death. Too strange and unnatural.
Yep,
The
we're
mutant
attacking.
bears the black stumps that are his teeth.
We'll gut you and trade what you have on you for a pile of scran. Hey, outcasts, come on up if you want to share in the spoils.
Okay. Agatha goes there, Seb goes there. Those are the two first. Group here, group there. Group here, there. Okay, fair enough. Let's start.
I'll do it. As the Emperor, strife is a prayer. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
I will not be deterred. Let my fury reign. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. Actions will speak louder than words.
Hey.
I serve the ruinous power chaos guides me.
My faith shields me.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Out of my way.
Hey. Yep.
If I may.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Really? Really?
Doubt is I will not.
I'm not try to die with grace, at least.
Okay, so that took care of those. We are going to buff Seb. And yeah. Can we then charge up there? Yeah, we can.
A tactically sound approach. Grey hair. Sure, I took care of this one.
Advancing. Embrace you, machine spirit. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
As the Emperor commands, I act. This is unacceptable.
And yep.
Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps. Rejoice in their death is a testament to our righteousness.
Yep.
I have read tomes of military
Really?
tactics.
No.
Me?
Grenade works fairly good.
I'll show you why navigators are
God
feared.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
What do you say?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
You know you played Dark Tide as well.
This man is suffering from a severe but curable disease. One vial of medicine administered in the early stages would have saved him.
I am registering sources of infection. Requesting contact with contaminated areas to be strictly prohibited.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Yeah, everything here is corrupted to a certain degree because they're the end of the wearer's turn. They gain temporary equal to collision damage they inflicted. That could actually be fairly good. Yeah, that might actually be.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Know your duty.
We might actually be able to get something. There is something here? Okay, we missed that. We missed looting that. All the way over here. Okay, fair enough. Leper.
We should deal with this.
This is out of the ordinary.
That's a lot of traps.
The Emperor favors me today. I better myself through my service. Duty prevails.
Unlocked.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
If won by a death cult assassin, whenever the wearer kills an enemy, that explodes in a fountain of blood and nearby is covered by blood. Okay. Okay, yeah. Cassia or Cabela, where are you? There we are. That's going... Yeah, no, that's going on you. If won by... When the wearer gains blood stack, they also gain 10 toughness for 2 rounds. Don't mind if I do. That actually provide me a lot of healing.
Let us walk this path to the end.
That's the blood marks. Let's
A
stop
figure
there.
indicating tatters is rocking to and fro, muttering indistinctly in several different voices, occasionally breaking into hoarse laughter. As you come closer, she freezes and turns slowly to look at you. An ugly, rusted mask covers her face.
Are you here to take Zidna to the other side? No, 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 no. You're just wandering around in the dark, looking for the light, but it's nowhere to be found. Do you really not see it?
There's a blood symbol next to you. Have you seen such marks before? Is another part of the song.
Zdena bursts into hysterical laughter.
Oh yes. Oh yes, the song. Here, listen, listen.
The woman starts chanting hurriedly.
She wandered an eternity in dark, yet was consoled. Web foretold. Undying one's blood secrets glowed. A light to guide her faithful fold. But threads must end. And so the spider did that which was owed. Her life and death to ship bestowed.
The final test. This time, they want you to make a sacrifice. If one were to interpret this entire mystic... She laughs again.
And you'll see if you learn to see. Look into the darkness, look, look.
Here in the dark. I cannot fathom what I'm meant to see here.
You peer into the darkness, and are gradually able to make out the outlines of objects hidden in the shadows. Rotting corpses. Rough walls. The twitching death throes of infected people left here to die.
You don't see, do you? You don't see.
Zdena shakes her head frantically and starts tearing off her rags. Strips of her decaying flesh peel off along with them.
You will not see until you become like Zidna. The flesh and blood of this ship.
How do I become...
Oh, Zidna will show you. And you'll see the true light. Come. Come now.
Okay.
The Divine watches over us.
The rotating blades promise nothing but a senseless and brutal death. Slipping past them would require some unreasonably precise calculations. Or blind luck. while listening to the air current.
Fuck it. Do I do a running start?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
The death cultist bows his head reverently.
The duty prevails.
The death cultist bows his head reverently.
No suffering will make me forget his sacred words. Burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean.
Okay.
With each
We
step,
are going this
I
way.
forge my destiny among the stars.
That is... It looks like that is all the chests I can see here. Guess we're going down then.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
The death cultist bows his head reverently.
We go down again.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Cold stone sarcophagi serve as the death cultists'
Know
beds.
your duty.
The bones of their deceased comrades are their bedding. Underneath the ancient relic is a stone plaque with an inscription carved in elegant cursive: "If you value life above duty, you are not worthy of life. Visiagia Franus."
What do you say about this temple? It's really bloody.
The divine watches over us.
Ella and them are over here. Okay. Should be something over here if memory serves me right.
Accomplished.
The smoke tickles your nostrils, making you slightly dizzy. A frail old man, grey beard tinged with blood, folds his wrinkled hands in a ritual gesture. His body is covered in scars, some old, some fresh. His eyes are sewn tightly shut. His mouth is cleft at both corners, making his jaws seem eerily snake-like.
And the Lady of the Ark walked the paths of unlife, in the footsteps of the web's very first spinner.
The old man goes still, his head turned to the side. He nods toward the temple's muffled silence.
Yes, yes, truth like a stream pours from your lips. We welcome her as the tenets demand.
Your hues are almost as pale as the gray of your beard. But, what is this?
Cassia flinches and takes a shuddering breath.
A scarlet whirlwind shines through the faded colors.
A thin blade appears in the old man's trembling hands. Although his arms are stiff and look like they can barely bend, in the next instant the dynasty's symbol is etched on his forehead, dripping blood. With a brief motion, he flicks the blood off his blade, and several drops land on your face.
The blood-spun web welcomes its new lady. I am the Vizier. For many years we have waited, and now you are here.
We have waited, whispers echo his words from the shadows.
I have walked the path of the matriarch spider, what now?
The Song of Trailing Blood tells of a path fraught with trials. By accepting it and setting out on that path, you passed the first one, the trial of resolve. For not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and embark on a search for the unknown. A search for death. The trial of compassion was the second one. You passed it when you put yourself, albeit briefly, in the service of another soul, a man suffering from burns. For the choice between life and death is to be made only by those willing to take responsibility for the pain of another. The third was the trial of justice. In assuming the role of judge for an apostate of our faith, you declared your right to influence the balance of life and death that the errant soul had upset. And the fourth was the trial of duty, for duty always leads to death. We are prepared to render our duty to the undying one, fearless and accepting of our purpose, which is to serve him. You, too, have proven yourself prepared, and the 4 trials have brought you here.
The path I walked has helped me understand myself better.
For the tenets teach us that the lesson learned is in itself the supreme reward for one who is open to self-discovery.
The Vizier's sewn shut eyes seem to peer into your face, studying it. Then he turns away and speaks into empty space again.
Peace, my brother. The time has almost come.
I see your eyes are sewn shut. You're blind, or is that another blood culture?
I was sighted for much of my life, until a disciple of mine violated the tenets and I realized just how blind I had been. A lesson, but a bitter one. To look with one's eyes alone is to be easily fooled, but the heart cannot be lied to. Such is the truth, and such was my choice. I sealed my eyelids with a gaze of true sight. Now I see more, and better.
So the entire conversation is another test, I imagine.
A smile graces the Vizier's bluish lips.
The tenets command us to be prepared for all trials, corporeal and spiritual alike. Are you prepared, Dom and Zeb?
His mouth. A strange, serene calm envelops your body. Your fatigue subsides and you seem to float in the air, seeing things you had not noticed before, the shadows in the corners taking on shape and color. The subdued
What is the
lumen light
meaning
playing
of
on the
this?
cull. Your heart is beating slowly, your breathing has become deeper, and your thoughts are muddled. You seem to be under the influence of a potent stimulant.
Look around the temple.
One moment, the walls of Death's sanctum grow infinitely wide. The next, they are so narrow as to make it hard to breathe. The floor dances under your feet, and the undying Emperor's statue seems to shake its head threateningly as it looks down upon you.
What happens now?
That is for you to tell me.
You look at the Vizier, and his trembling frame seems small and insignificant. A single step is all it would take to crush him. But the visions are starting to wear off, and now the old man towers over you.
Now
The
you're
keen
going
gaze
to
of his
initiate
sealed
me
eyes
as
is
the
studying
first
your every
servants of
movement.
death.
The Vizier ponders your words for a long time, whispers something to the empty space behind his shoulder, then shakes his twitching head.
Our threat is repellent to you, Dom and Zeb. You proved it by walking the matriarch's path in your own way. It is your right and we respect your choice. However, only one who accepts the essence of death may become its servant. You accept your own essence, and we dare not burden you with our dogma. For years, we have maintained fealty to the Domini. We have collected sacred symbols and relics. You are the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to descend into this sanctum. We are grateful. We are uplifted in spirit. Hear our exaltation and accept this gift of a vestment sewn from the bones of his faithful with the threads of death. That which was foretold has come to pass. The ritual of descent is complete. Now be this temple's guest of honor and rest a while.
Hey, we're leveled up.
Let us walk this path to the end.
A spinner, his face covered in carved, bleeding glyphs, makes a respectful gesture of invitation.
Let me show you the way, Daman.
Take me to the enforcer in charge of the freight line hub. I have business with him. What are we? We're like 6 hours into the playthrough and we just came out. To be fair, we came out of Act
Greetings, your...
Captain Frenzo has acquired a few wounds since your last conversation. Half of his ear is gone, and you notice that he is wearing blooded bandages under his uniform. Seeing you, he quickly injects himself with a stimulant and straightens.
How may I serve you, Lord Captain?
I came across a drawing of a worker, red mask, what does it mean?
The captain frowns.
It's a figure of local legend, known as Nemesite, protector of the poor and oppressed. Ever since I was a child, desperate people have been drawing his portrait on the walls hoping to summon a defender to punish those who wronged them. We've had 13 or so fools calling themselves Nemesite over the past 5 years. We disburdened ourselves of them, just to be sure.
Find these sentiments disconcerting. Stay vigilant.
Always, Lord Captain.
The enforcers have been appropriated a ration card from workers returning from their shifts. Why is that? Are you short on provisions?
The compartment has just enough food to avoid starvation, Lord Captain. This is why the enforcers are making sure that no serf has more cards than they're supposed to. They used to rip out people's tongues for it, but I reduced the punishment to simply beating the thieves and confiscating all their cards. The orders are to give these cards to workers who are starving due to a lack of work shifts, not that it helps them much, but it's better than nothing.
Frenzo scoffs.
Are there enforcers guilty of misappropriating the confiscated items? Yes. Do those caught stealing receive severe punishment? Absolutely.
Were you in a shootout?
Yes, there's been a raid on a local gang. We've finally cleared out the scoundrels who were smuggling goods to neighboring compartments. No one escaped.
Frenzo permits himself a brief smile of grim satisfaction.
That was the guy I presumably gave weapons to, I think. I finished my inspection of this bay.
The captain raises a wary eyebrow.
Will there be any orders based on the inspection's conclusions?
The workers are only to be provided with everything they need to service the freight line properly. Food, medicine will be delivered to the bay, and you will be demoted. And you are demoted. You are to demote enforcers found abusing their authority to the status of worker. Yep.
The captain needs a moment to handle his confusion.
Orders. Understood.
Oh, we got a new perk. Plating of sectors of ship increased by 1. The freight lines there. Okay, yeah. I don't remember doing this in my earlier playthroughs, so yeah. I was attacked.
Frenzo lets out a menacing growl as his face fills with blood.
Mutants in the pestilent pit. They seem to be under the influence of unholy powers.
You went to the pestilence pit. You into the pestilence pit.
Frenzo stares off into the distance as he speaks.
He is broken.
Pardon me, Lord Captain. I just can't even begin to find the words I would use if I had to tell the Master-at-Arms that you had perished in there.
He rubs his temple wearily.
The enforcers do regular checks to see if there are any dangerous blight-stricken rejects hiding at the bottom of the bay. I implore you, Lord Captain, leave this job to us.
Okay.
The Emperor protects, Lord Captain.
Carried out. There's so many hidden little things in this game. It's kind of crazy. I don't think I've done this, and this is my 4th playthrough. So it just comes down to it has so many layers to it, but at the same time, it's just that's RPGs for you in general.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
I'm actually interested to see what the fact that I did these things, if they actually change the stuff around in the long run in the playthrough. I know kind of what's going to happen because Okay. Full transparency now, because I know I have people that actually are really lore interested in here with me. This guy here is a sign of a specific faction in Warhammer. This is a sign of a specific faction. It's obvious to people who actually are deep in the lore, but at the same time, it's kind of inobvious as
Attention
well.
Freight Hub LD987/A14. The Lord Captain is in the bay.
Because it's also a really, like, just common thing, so it doesn't really make a huge difference. Yeah, no, it's from, I can say it vaguely. The Free-Armed Hero of the Revolution. If you Google that, you will know one of the enemies in this game. To be fair, it's further along. It's a lot further along in the story. Okay, this is a big question for me. What am I going with this character? Oh, I'm not going Master Tactician. That's not happening. I don't like that. Not on my main character. Nope, I'm not doing that. Bounty Hunter is tempting. Bounty Hunter is tempting. Arch Militant is the one that I'm actually really interested in, because it's a really powerful thing to have, in my opinion, and it's more attacks, and that's why I'm just like, that feels like that is the best way to go. And I will get free abilities, right? Free abilities, so you can pick up Kick, Wildfire, and Devastating Attack, right? I think I might go Relentless Rush, though. As a verse. Expertise, game weapons, kill until the end of combat. Uses cautious approach. Whenever the Arch Militants attack, they have their armor reduced by the effect. Militants, allies, and Arch Militant deal whenever they. Okay, so a lot of things here. Critical hit strike. That is one of those, like, really good. Killing an enemy. Every round, the first single attack ability used by an ally on the Arch Militants grants 1 action point. Okay. Contempt, crippling. Arch Militants critical damage against target stunned or prone. 20%. Nice. Any area of attack, both reduce deflection. Yeah, that's something to think about. Burst? No, we're not going to make use out of burst. Arch Militant gain 15 damage that have target with it. Heavy gunner, heavy weapon, okay. The enemy that were forced to make a resistance test against it will make any resistance. Survivor, martial arts. Pinnacle weaponry is plasma weapon. Power weapons, plasma weapons. Shotgun is not a power weapon. But we're going that with him. Or with Seb, sorry. Warrior, Vanguard. You are going to become the rock that holds the team together. You're also going Archmilitant. Overseer, don't really cared honestly with you. We're going Executioner with you. Pascal. Here's the kicker. Last time I went this. And I can pick between the Cyber Eagle and the Serval Skull. The Serval Skull on Pascal is dog shit. I'm sorry to say it. It's not good. Serval Skull is good with the combination of a character that doles out a lot of buffs and stuff like that. That's when the Serval Skull is really good. So that would be automatically just the Cyber Eagle. Cyber Eagle is not something wrong with. But at the same time, last time I played with it, it was a bit... How should I put this in a nice way? Underwhelming. Like, I like the Cyber Eagle. But not really. So the question is, what are we going to do with Pascal? We are entering Footfall now. Yes, we are taking it easy with Pascal. He doesn't have the talent. We know. The thing is, I already have an idea of who's going to be the Cyber Skull user in the group. So I kind of don't want to pick that on Cassia either. So we might actually go Tactician on Cassia, which makes her an officer that can pump out extreme amounts of damage instead. Pascal, I am torn between Bounty Hunter and Assassin, because I want to build him in a bit of a different way. But I feel like I'm torn on the Pascal way.
Your ladyship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the appropriate obeisance. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on Footfall incognito, and so we are trying to attract as little attention as possible. I'm here on the behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Viladame Tokara.
Cassia's lip curls slightly.
This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions.
What is the situation on Footfall?
There are certain problems, your ladyship, but the Liege can acquaint you with them far better than I.
Behind her polite, soft tone, you detect the slightest hint of nervousness. It is as if she is reciting a reply she has.
You really should talk to the Liege about this. I'm just...
She doesn't get a chance to say the rest.
And they shot her.
How's this for a warm welcome?
Okay, so we have the enemy frogs over here. Seb is just going to go on a massacre, because Seb is not in a good mood. Pascal is going here. Abelard is becoming the tank of tanks, so he needs a bit of training. Kibella's going to hide off here. Agata, Argenta is there. So these guys, him, and the one in the back, and then it's Seb. Seb can move forward here, shoot there, kill pretty much everything.
Time to slaughter someone.
Emperor protect me.
Really?
Let's get to
A new shotgun. Interesting. Hello there.
And so you have been judged and found wanting. The Emperor commands. And so shall it be done. Rejoice in I am but a harbinger of the destruction. And so shall it be done.
You know what? Does grenades count as area of attacks? I don't know.
Will speak loud death as a testament to
But
our
they're dead anyway.
righteousness.
Here we go. I've suffered worse.
They hit Cabela. Oh, they went out.
My vanguard desire condemns you. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Brace yourself.
They don't like Abelard, that's for sure. You know what?
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Meh.
Isn't this as duty demands? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Faith without
I'll paint your death in colors.
Okay. Revel in slaughter.
And so shall it be done. Another step towards our ultimate victory. Your end is nigh.
This is what you call bullying.
Rejoice in service. The Emperor commands.
Okay.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
63, come on. Yes, we hit the 60% there.
I will leave footprints of scarlet, as the tenants demand. As honor ordained.
Well, hello there.
Chosen weapon
Goodbye.
to crush the heathens.
Or I'll open mine.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
The shivering young servant looks up at you with horror in his eyes.
Emperor P, protect me. They killed.
Fear not, young man. We took care of the attackers. Do you know who they are?
Your ladyship, those guys were AA on Ver. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you.
Does this
They're scared of no one.
happen often?
Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles, not very often, unless it's the Anver. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry, your ladyship. I'll just go report to the liege. They killed her, they killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible.
Heresy grows from
Okay.
idleness.
I'm restless.
Loot. So we have here. We have goods here.
The divine watches over us.
The Footful Dockyard is a blessed wonder of the all.
What is this? It's 3514?
Extraneous.
3414.
A superfluous appendage.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I really need to look this up? Footfall code. What is it? It's 3541. Didn't I do
The
that?
faith guide my path to glory.
3541. Okay, so we have psychic dodge, sunglasses that increases your damage against Xenos, cape that makes you immune to fire. Okay. Normal shotgun. Okay.
I know
Nothing
that bird.
We are bound
The local
by the
Adeptus
blood of
Mechanicus uses
martyrs.
it to get around.
The tall.
Initiate.
There's
The
so many
Squall and
backslash.
Opticon
I don't
22
want to deal
exchange
with it.
glances and a short series of binary.
Big
The
friendship.
priesthood. The Explorator fleet will also. The Cognizance fleet slash. An example that demonstrates the outlined pattern. Avoid station in. Omnifaceted study of the Coronis expanse is the / sacred mission / operational objective.
Notice.
Under the contractual obligation in question. Received it, and then didn't pay. The stipulated / payment / reciprocal offering / from the Cognizance fleet can be made to von Valancius assets at the
No
current
payment
time,
needed.
after which
Consider
the contractual obligation will be
Promethean gift,
/
sign as
fulfilled
a hope of
the
collaboration.
request is accepted.
Okay, 5k reputation. I'm not going to say no to. And deflection gloves, not great. What is it here that is really good? That is good for Pascal, no question about it. We're not going to be using Psi characters that much. When the variant inflicts a single attack, that might be good on my main character. Plasma is always not bad. Inflicts damage over time. We will see about that. Maltagon is also really good. Buy all available. Yes. That will open up some things for us. We need more profit.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Profit though. Okay, so over here we have some more loot that is useless for us.
Are you from the von Valancius ship? You may pass without a check. An order came from the Leech to let you through.
Mershek
The
here.
container is marked foodstuffs, but it is empty and, by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while.
We're immune to damage from the where. Okay, so yeah. I might actually slap that on my main character. and make use out of more grenades in the regular.
Life of Saint
duty
Drusus,
prevails.
Volume 3.
Are you from the Von Valancius ship? You may pass without a check. An order came from the leech to let you through.
That's the damn paper here, is it? No? Oh, nice. Adeptus Arbites helmet. Wait, I want to see. It's not going to be used on you, Abelard, but it's still. If they wear against 15 coercion. If the wear is an arbitrate, they gain 20 instead. That helmet is just like, mwah. Immune to fire is a good thing to have when fire starts getting thrown around more and more. The burns against 3% dodge on the end of combat for each psi power they used.
What the void is with the ration cuts. What's Viladame doing with all that broth anyway, having a bath in it?
Let us walk this path to the end.
Okay. Come on, check that.
The container is labeled Destination, Janus. It is covered in dust. It must have spent a long time at the docks.
I want to look at that shotgun. Shotguns are the one. Shotgun, I might move over to. I might move over to other weapons. I might move over to other weapons, but right now it is just at the stage of let's use shotguns, because shotguns are cool.
The corpse looks horrifying. The victim was thoroughly beaten before being shoved into the crack between the boxes. One of the hands is clutching a blood-stained paper.
The holy book by the altar. The void damn customs guy, he's always on duty. Does he ever leave for piss? In servitor or something? Guess what? Hanging by the window. Remember to bow to the emperor in the window.
At first glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband.
Servant, aristocrat. They're just aristocrats. There's nothing super fancy and nothing special about them. Okay.
Finest wines from Janus.
Janus. That is going to be our location in like 2 days or something like that, I think it is. That's another leaflet. Imperial capacity, short of Von Valancius. Their names mean nothing now. Yeah. So it's just Anvers being cocky. Going to the atrium. We're going to meet the Vlad. Is it? I don't know anymore. My plan for today was to clear out Footfall, but I spent so much time doing the Bloodspun quests that I'm just like, we might not get to clear Footfall today.
forever astonished that Reverend Hieronymus
These
makes
columns
do
appeared
with
here
that
back when the
shoebox
station
of a
was
cavern in
founded,
the atrium
when it
to
was
his
assumed
servant.
that Footfall would become a wondrous palace in... The buzzing crowd has...
Just cut. No. Be quiet, you scoundrel.
A priest, clad in a simple black raiment, cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky.
You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance, to think you have the right.
Argenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest.
That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble.
Watch in silence.
Reverend. But these are heretics. Real heretics. Their whole planet is plagued. Folks say they all died over there, and why is that, huh? 'Cause they're heretics, and the Emperor punished them. We're no heretics.
One of the people surrounded by the crowd raises his chin.
We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives. And there was no plague on our planet, only the archenemy's minions, a whole army of them.
He spits on the ground.
And if you want to blame anyone, blame those who abandoned our world. Blame the governor. Blame the tech priests.
What's going on here?
Several dozen gazes bore into you.
And who are you supposed to be?
A concerned citizen and an armed one. I suggest you think well before you give me lip.
The rabble-rouser gives you an appraising look.
You've got a point there. I wonder if you can back it up. Silence. You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics.
The haggard man. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group.
How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear, their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies at the top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Zeb.
Yeah, fuck it, we're going with that. Onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Row. I will speak with you later. Comply or face consequences.
The rabble-rouser looks at you morosely.
I don't want to get in trouble over this lot.
The refugees use the interruption to make...
The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor.
The priest shakes his head disapprovingly. Then his eyes shift to you.
I am Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time, we can talk then.
The double-headed eagle. Okay. So, we have more Anwer posters.
Know your duty.
More Anwer posters.
Unlocked.
Operation successful.
Access received.
Yes, I've been here so many times, I kind of know where all the hidden stuff is, so to say.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
Stuff like the chest and also voice of command monocle. Like, those are good things. Very nice.
The numerous wounds and injuries indicate that this was a particularly brutal murder. The letters ANV are carved into the victim's shoulder blade.
More Anwer. Yep.
Unlocked.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
No, goods.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
I haven't decided. So there's an achievement if you actually complete the game with this debuff on me. The
Access
suspicious rash. And I'm wondering if I should actually try to do it. Like, it's... boot double the resolve bonus from allies. Okay, yeah.
Unlocked.
Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Let us walk this path to the end.
I still need to decide if I'm going for a Cyber Eagle or what I'm going for.
The Kazbalika trade Xeno artifacts on footfall. They're fairly blatant. The Ordo Xenos is in no hurry to rectify the situation.
Yep, and that is J. Hadrin.
My patience.
Vlad.
So you...
Hatery. Move.
The massive guard leans down.
First an insult, and now threats? I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on...
The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently.
Vladame Tokara, Liege of Footfall. Let us please proceed to my office. A spread
Certainly,
befitting a
let's go.
visitor of your rank is waiting. Please follow me.
While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and Vladame straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone.
Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate.
Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for us all.
I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status, it was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. I've heard much about your rare acumen, or I should say, about the profoundly impressive results you managed to achieve by using it. I have always had a fondness for individuals who can destroy their enemy or gain a powerful ally with just a few well-phrased sentences or precisely issued orders. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself.
Was attacked right at the docks.
An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters, impossible. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Enver are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads. Not a commander. Sooner or later, we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm.
Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening.
Grin, I can tell you've been in real pain. Bet you'd love to gut those jokers, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it. You would, wouldn't you?
A shark-like smile appears on Vladame's face, bloody and vicious.
Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on the person's forehead, then load them alive into the slag disposal chute, and send them out to orbit the station. Every 30 years, we clean the orbit and count how many stiffs bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like in the good old days.
Who was the woman the wardens threw out?
Vladame's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture.
A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Hatery. A small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end.
It's strange. A small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name.
She is irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation on Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents.
Has Proctor Anafar visited you recently by chance?
Shortly before you did. He was interested in certain sensitive information, which I happen to possess, and he also required access to the dock cogitators containing logging and administration data. Naturally, I offered my full cooperation and provided the esteemed arbitrators with a designated area at the docks where they could work away from the bustle and din of the crowd. I assume that is where the proctor is at the moment.
But it's a situation in the region.
Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Coronis Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Coronis Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation.
What sort of patronage do you seek from me?
Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calixus sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time.
You're well aware that the warp is unpredictable and its fluctuations are a common, even expected occurrence.
And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments. Especially food shipments. The station, naturally, has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valancius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries.
I can't be the only one you ask for help.
Naturally, I tried contacting other rogue traders. But the terms of House Corda would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Naeika, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone, so many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale. And so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies.
If you're so fond of my acumen, then do not insult me by putting me on the brave face. We both know that you are far greater in need of me than I have for you.
Vladame listens with a stony expression.
You are very perceptive. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall. Because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else.
So what are your terms of this deal?
It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds, Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the von Valancius Protectorate, in exchange for fair payment.
Very well, I will help you. I will help Footfall, but not for the desire of profit. I have no interest in obtaining favors. No. Very well. I will help you with the food shipment.
Vladame takes a quick sip from his glass.
I am immensely obliged, your ladyship. I assume you are going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait. On my end, I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavors.
I would like to know about Anvergang. Why haven't they been dealt with yet?
He grits his teeth slightly before answering.
I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Enver yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter.
Why does Mom make
Here.
a few deals?
I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to Footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso. This servant of the ecclesiarchy is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at the establishment called the Adeptus Amicecus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink, it's meant for common footfall rabble, not discerning clientele.
Let's get down to business. I'm interested in your wares.
I am at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts.
Your stuff is fucking expensive, you know that, right? We spend stacks of tactical advantages to gain +1 resolve until the end of combat. Commissar boots, they wear targets and ability, they wear gains 1 movement speed. Okay, medkit. Do you have anything new that I don't recognize? Honestly, not really. On their first non-extra turn in combat, the wearer gains a number of additional attacks equal to the psi rating. That is the thing I broke the game with when I played Pyromancer. Okay, we purchased that. Nothing really super interesting left here. We are heading to Herminius.
Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to depart Footfall. We also received word from Proctor Solomon Antha, the arbitrator whose squad we retrieved from Rykard Minoris. He has requested an audience with you and said he will be waiting at the Footfall docks.
Okay.
The Divine watches over us!
We don't really have anything that will give us a power, like super power
A
spike.
well-groomed young...
Noble lady, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastion Indirama Bastal Corda, youngest cousin of House Corda, envoy of Incendia Bastal Corda, rogue trader of the Coronis Expanse by the grace of the Most Holy Emperor. And you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valancius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Corda, They are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Coronis Expanse. But not on Footfall, this station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we...
I'm envoy.
Splendid. It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of the powers that be.
Bastian smiles meekly.
What do you wish to speak about?
A matter of the utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of the Liege. Viladame almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Corda dynasty pursues its own interests on Footfall. We have already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling, I imagine, in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Corda dynasty believes.
Bastian smiles and gives a slight shrug.
That cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Viladame, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Corda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well.
The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with divvying up profit among themselves.
Argent.
Behind your smile, Master Bastion, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless? Or the wrath of House von Valancius?
So you seek to rob the station blind, a station facing famine, and you're proposing that I join in your little feast of vultures?
It's simply business. Honest and straightforward. Footfall is a den of bandits and profiteers. They may not be outright heretics, but they are far from the light of the Imperium. They should be grateful that rogue traders allow this den to exist in the first place. Demanding fair payment from them is only right.
Bastian smiles and opens his mouth to offer another piece of sugar-coated courtesy, when suddenly...
Okay.
I will cast you into eternal darkness! I will
Oh, Cassia is actually first. Okay, fair enough. Wait, Cassia... Twice Dead Lanny... Anver Fugs... Okay. Stab is going here. going this way. No, Seb is going here, going this way. Abelard is here. Pascal is there. Okay.
I will not. Your corrupt way has failed you. Actions. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
Okay.
If I may.
Let's get to it.
Ouch.
Let's make it quick.
Death comes in silence. The shadow is a blessing. Trust me. I shall not fail. Trust me.
Oh, you're good at parrying.
Let's get.
I will not die in dishonor.
Hold on. We yet iron knows no pain. Here we go.
Follow my lead. I will do one fewer target. It will be done. Victory is imminent.
Okay.
Guided by faith. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. In thy light I stand, in thy light I crave.
I don't have vision on anyone. Oh yeah, we have that one as well.
As the Emperor, you, my Emperor, strike is a prayer. I refuse.
Rejoice! Your corrupt way has failed you. May the Divine's will be done. And so shall it be done.
Come on, 30%. And he missed.
Let's get to it.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The Emperor commands. And so shall it be done.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Out of my way.
Caught by the web. The shadows will see it done.
How many? You have 16 bleed. You're going to die. Okay, fair enough. I can't get to you, can I? Nope.
Let's make it quick.
At your I took care of this one. It will be done.
Let's get to it.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Really?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Really? Okay, sub. Take care of it.
Emperor, give me strength. That is foolishness. Do not dare ask. If only that were possible.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust.
Okay. And that is the done. Okay, that's
what
picked
is
up.
rightfully ours.
Come on, loot. Sector 2, watch your back. Make sure you're not being followed. Stun grenade. Body glove, toxic grenade. Okay, fair enough. What sniper rifle do you have? It's the one I have as well, yeah.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone fixes his unblinking, bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness.
Your head didn't say nothing.
His gaze bores into you as if he is trying to penetrate your thoughts.
And you must be the young von Valancius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? I have heard many exalt the deeds of your intellect and call your wisdom a gift from the Emperor himself. Fools! Do they not know that the seeds of heresy sprout quickest in an enlightened mind? Understanding only erodes the will to act.
Dogmatic. Make the Aquila put faith. I put my faith in the Emperor.
He gives you a scrutinizing look, then his tone softens.
Well, then be twice as diligent. For this sector will seize any chance to test your faith.
He looks at Argenta who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly.
Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful?
It was. Reverend, let it be known to you that Theodora von Valancius' ship was attacked by servants of the archenemy, who pull the heart of any righteous soul.
She says, nearly hissing with fury.
And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valancius dynasty from the forces of the archenemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the footfall reliquary.
Say nothing.
Hieronymus nods in thought.
Follow the call of your soul, sister. The footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival.
Hieronymus smiles sadly.
I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners, where the Liege's wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy, serving the archenemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks all around us. And I wish to see retribution.
I will verify this rumor, Reverend.
With great pleasure.
This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Zeb, is there more you wish to ask me about? The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects.
Oh, his shop is locked until we finish
The
his
Emperor
quest.
protects.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I forge my destiny among the stars.
So we need to finish his quest. Okay. We are going back to Vlad, talking with him again. Why? Because that is, I think, a way to actually progress the quest. Oh, so it actually shows me... Oh, it actually shows me conversible characters. Okay, fair enough.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
What? It's already 2+ hours. Okay, fair enough.
Greetings, your ladyship.
Upon noticing Cabela, Vladane quickly assumes a bored expression. Carefully, without making any sudden movements, he wipes his glasses and, as if absent-mindedly, puts a hand under the table.
A man who introduced himself as the house servant of House Korda asked to have a word with me. Imagine the odds someone blew his brains out.
Vladane doesn't look surprised.
The Enver again, I presume? Those anarchical degenerates don't care whom they shoot, be it my servants, yours, or those in the employ of House Korda. I suspect that this agent wished to negotiate a deal that would have you refrain from hindering Incendia Korda's efforts to strangle us with the threat of hunger and demand our obedience. If so, I don't believe I will be mourning the man's passing very long.
I'm beginning to resent how frequently people I converse with this on this station wind up dead.
That is indeed lamentable. But these are the times we live in, and this is Footfall. Its denizens don't always look for a reason to spill blood.
Okay. You didn't have anything. The blade one would be kind of good for that. I have enough cash for it, but you are like really expensive reputation-wise. Yes, you are. 6,000, yep. That is why we're not doing that.
Know your duty.
Docking, we're going to Shadow Quarters. We are going to do some of the quests now. We're going to do... And we're also just going to clear up this area.
Argenta gestures for your attention.
Rogue Trader, I would like to remind you about Reverend Hieronymus's request. He asked us to search for a potential cultist den in Footfall's Shadow Quarters.
You know Footfall better than me. Do you think the rumors are true?
There was a time when I'd have said it was likely a fabrication. One can say many things about the Kasbalika mission and the other shady operators on Footfall, but even those thugs are loyal to the Emperor, and so they mercilessly exterminate outright heretics in their territory. But now, heretics have launched an open attack on a rogue trader's ship. A member of your dynasty, Kunrad Voigt-Ver, has turned out to be one of them.
We must keep going.
This is out of the order.
The Shadow Quarters.
Rising sun symbol. It seems oddly repulsive, even sinister.
Anticipating an encounter with a mutant or a bandit.
I enjoy it here. This place reminds me of the flagship's freight line.
Yep, and that's where we get our first two-handed power hammer.
The Emperor protects. Grovel before the faithful!
Are you ready to die?
Okay.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Really?
Hold on.
I'm not injured.
Here we
I'm
go.
enraged.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Another step towards our ultimate victory. I will not be deterred. Rejoice in service.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Hey.
Out of my way.
Show me what you've got.
Let's make it quick.
Aim for the heart next time.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. And so shall it be done. Your corrupt way has failed you. Rejoice in service. Action. Rejoice in service.
At your beck and call.
Damage is manageable.
Yeah, 7%. Yeah, you just hit him. Ah, too bad.
Let's get to it.
Let's get
Suffering is part of the trial.
I shall not fail.
Let the blood of the wicked be shed as thou hast willed.
Let your soul be purged. My blade whispers your name.
He's dead.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Hold on.
That is foolishness.
Why can't I apply that to you? Ugh.
Here we go.
Don't frighten me.
Oh, you're stunned. That makes sense.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. Victory! One fewer target. Indeed.
Let's get
Time to slaughter someone.
I bring mercy in retribution.
Faith without deed eradicated. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I am his will made manifest. Doubt is for the weak.
Come on.
As the Emperor, you, my Emperor! That is not the Emperor's will.
Reduced to dust!
Okay. That's a lot of things. Always put in cargo zone. Okay, so we are quickly going to do this. This here. Always put in cargo zone. Always put in cargo zone. Always put in cargo zone. Always cargo, always cargo. Okay, I think that is what we want. You know what? Normal Laskians goes in cargo zone as well. Okay.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded. Let us walk this path to the end.
He is waiting for you. You know the place, so be there. The turn can be seen from the entrance of the Adeptus. Make sure some Gawkers doesn't see you. This carapace where deals 2 deflection, 20 armor against fire damage as well as burning immunity. Okay.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
In the plundering begins.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Unlocked. I once stood on the pinky finger of the Emperor's statue.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
We have here. Using grenades costs -1, and the wearer's enemies suffer 2 additional damage from the wearer's grenades. Okay.
I need to look closer. Let the faith guide my path to glory. This is out of the ordinary. The Emperor gave me a vision. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Okay.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. This is out of the ordinary.
We must loot there, we must loot there. That's your stat. Okay. And that's one of the boxes here, right? Yep. A melter bomb. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Know your duty.
Talk to Extermination Brigade.
Greetings, ma'am.
What are you
Just
doing
burning
here?
rats. It is a bit odd that it happened here and not at the docks, I'll grant you. Things like that usually start there. They even spray the place with some gunk to kill all the bugs and worms. But I guess something slipped through. 2 families and... No, we don't. And we don't want to find out. Who knows? They found them in their hovel. You're looking at them. We stand here, burn the foulness, and we've got people standing guard. Of course not. I mean, no dice. Not gonna happen. We're letting no one in. I'm telling you right now, bribes and intimidation won't work on me, so don't even try. You can file a petition with the Liege if you're so desperate. But my advice to you would be to go on your merry way. The Void's got plenty of nasty, dangerous holes. You don't have to die in this one in particular. You'll go in and die, and that means I'll have more corpses to burn.
He pointedly turns away.
Yep. Oh, I'm fully aware that you think that, but I also know what's actually going on in there. It's weird. It's... When you actually look at like all the chaos corruption that actually is going on in this game, a majority of it is the more hidden stuff.
Stay faithful.
It
and
is...
You will be rewarded.
It is
I
Nurgle.
need to look closer. Let us walk this path to the end.
The Emperor sets my path. Blessed be the road that we take. The Emperor favors me today. I better myself.
It is
through
Nurgle
my
in
service.
its
The Emperor
cinch.
gave me a vision.
Duty prevails.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Okay. Oh, look, cultists. Cinch.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
Come to chaos.
Well, or cultist leader. That's yeah.
As honor ordains. The shadows will see it done. Trust me. As honor ordains, the other side awaits.
Okay.
Will endure.
Just a minor setback.
And so shall it be done. You have been judged. I will not be deterred. Rejoice, let my fury reign. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps.
Okay.
Rejoice in battle! Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
My place is at the fore. At your beck and call.
Parried. Okay.
I will do my duty.
Taunting.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
Your defiance is futile! And so shall it be done. I shall endure everything with unshakable faith. Rejoice in service, and so shall it be done. The Emperor commands. And so shall it be done.
I am your blade and shield. Let your soul be purged.
I've suffered worse.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I will not be deterred.
Another foe painted black. I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Your end is nigh. Rejoice in... Let my fury rain down upon thee! I won't suffer this. I cannot comply.
Ministration is a holy task.
Okay, I have 2 points.
As
If
the
I do
Emperor
that,
commands, I act.
we can just hose you down.
Death is a blessing.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will be done. Indeed.
My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. The Emperor commands. Actions will speak louder than words. I will not be deterred.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
You can do worse, but not by much.
Hey, you are really hard to kill. That's what I'm getting at. The one who took the most damage was actually Abalon. Okay.
Do not dare ask.
What is Horrors of the Warp melting? Okay.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Rejoice in service.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Follow my lead. At your beck, I took care of this one. It will be done. I will do my duty.
And so shall it be done. Rejoice in service. Your defiance is futile. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Yay!
Argenta recoils as if from a blow, but then steps forward, grabs the cultist by the scruff of his neck, and makes him look into her eyes, burning like embers.
We
I am
need
one
to
of the
interrogate them.
What do you want to know, servants of the corpse emperor? The names of my brethren? How many of us there are? Where we are? I will tell you myself, we are myriad, and we are everywhere. Soon, very soon.
The undying emperor is the one true god.
Just how many of you vermin are there?
Pasquale pulls. The cultist chuckles arrogantly but pales under Pasquale's calmly probing gaze.
Have you seen him before, Footfall?
Not on footfall.
Argenta is staring at the cultist, her eyes wide.
What is he talking
She
about?
snaps out of it, as if emerging from a reverie. She turns to the cultist, her eyes filled with cold fury.
Ships and maps, roads and doors, we have them all, but our paths are not for you. The true god spins his web, and you are but a fly caught in it. But where is the spider?
I need something more
Rogue
coherent.
traitor. We won't get anything from...
And
You
then
can kill me, servant.
Silence
Before we leave this den, let us round up what remains of the blasphemers.
Argenta lowers her head wearily.
We need to talk, but it can wait. Let's meet on the ship when it's time to depart Footfall.
That's my pistol. That's nice.
With each step, I forge my destiny among
Unlocked.
the stars.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
Shotgun pistol, where's momentum to 175. Whenever they kill 5. Okay, fair enough. I want to do 2 things. I want to get to the merchant. Children of the Void. I want to go there. I want to do that. And then I'm actually going to call it for today. I don't remember if there was...
Under a layer of rust, scratches, and ancient paint, the silhouettes of long erased letters are barely visible. Undoubtedly, in the past, this filthy sign was adorned with the proud name of the bureaucratic heart of the...
And then I need to unstream and just sit down and read through all the options that I can go to. With specifically Pascal and Cassia.
Under the floor, you can see the remains of the void ship's life support system. It seems that whoever dismantled the vessel decided just to leave it in place.
Unlocked.
The Divine watches over us.
The woman looks.
Looking for something specific?
Riza falls silent, though her eyes don't leave your face. Her expression gradually shifts, from tactless interest to astonished deference.
I know you, Zeb. Who would have thought a high flyer such as yourself would ever land in our neck of the woods? The audacious schemes you've pulled off, they're the stuff of legend. Even the Caspolica could learn a thing or two. For somebody like you, I'll offer only the best prices. The real deal.
Grandpa Bakaval says hello.
Riza's face breaks into a broad smile.
That old rascal. I thought he'd croaked in the mines a long time ago, but old man Bakbal's still alive and kicking, you say? Me and him have been through a lot of interesting scrapes together, and, oh, all the weird and wonderful things we've acquired. Bakbal wouldn't send his regards along with just anyone, you must have done him a good turn. And because of that, old Riza's going to give you a special discount.
Yeah, let's see what you have to offer. Impulse boots, area of attack, just a normal chainmail. That's decent. Parry reduction, armor penetration from melee attacks, that's just good. Serrated longsword, okay. What is it in here we want, is my question. The shotgun there is nice. Honestly, there's nothing like, oh my god, we want it. But there's some good stuff in here. That backpack, for example, that might actually be really good. That would push up my fire rate to 2. That means I get 2 extra shotgun shots every time I do it. Yeah, no, that. Hide on tradables. Jewelry? Jewelry is 300 each. 2,100. I need 1,000 more, but it's nothing I really want to get rid of right now. We could add that to car. No. Add to cargo. That might be something. Yeah, I can add these two to cargo as well. Don't care about you that much. I'm not a stim person when it comes to this game. I am not a stim person when it comes to this game. Nades I can get behind. Stims, nope. Oh, we leveled up.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
That is the sole reason I want it. This counts as a melee attack, and it doesn't count towards your attacks, so that means I can literally kick someone in the nuts, shoot him with a shotgun, and I get versatility points. And the more versatility points I stack, the more damage I do. Next, I'm going to get that. So, here is the fort right now. What is going to have the biggest effect on me playing currently? That's going to be Wildfire. Because that's an extra attack. Yeah, Wildfire is the thing that's going to be the most difference. Defensive stance for you, no question about it. Nimble, overclocking, power armor proficiency, shield mastery. Shield mastery might actually be something to pick up. Evasion maneuver. Yeah, no, shield maneuver is the one we're picking up, or... Shield mastery. Yep. For you, it's Wildfire as well. There's no question about it. Still don't know what to go with you. I am tempted to go over Seer Skull with you, but you're not going to be in the main party that much. We're still going to need to level her. Until the next turn, the executioner gain bonus parameters for each creature in suffering toughness, armor, burning, dodge. Okay. Next range attack or psychic staff ability inflicts damage over time. Toxic. Burning? Okay. Resonance. All enemies suffer from additional damage over time effect. Okay. Next melee attack forces an enemy to hit. Forces all enemies to hit to run away from the executioner's free cells. Okay, yeah, no, we're going that. I need to look at this. So, adaptation, consolidation. What? Brothers in Arms. No. If it's between Bounty Hunter and Assassin. Using short. Damage over time. This is the one I usually go for with him. But it's one of the ones where it's just like I don't like it. You're staying unmastered, you're staying unmastered until I actually sit down and make the decision about it. Okay. But it's now 9 o'clock. I'm calling it.
What is rightfully ours.
That's going to be it for me tonight. I want to wish you everyone a good night, and I will be back tomorrow. See you then.